Okay, y'all. It cut me off. I don't know where. I don't know where. But I am going to finish without a cutoff. Because one of you ladies said, you were cut off. I'm like, what was an accident? And I'm not going to come back in and record just to say bye. Because I usually say bye at the ends anyway. And that's also from a lack of editing skills. I know some of you may think, well, then get the skills, Beth. I know. Well, when I have the time, I will. But I don't do YouTube full time like most YouTubers do. I literally film and upload. I do not have time to go and take a day of editing. Like, I never used to understand when these gals would say, well, today is editing day, and then the next day is upload day. And I was like, a day? Yes, it takes that kind of time. Hours and hours and hours. So like someone told me for every 30 minutes of footage that you shoot, it's 2 to 3 hours of editing. I'm like, oh, you're kidding me. Yeah, because you got to go back through and choose which frames you want to keep and, you know, how you're going to blend it. And, you know, then, you know, doing the, what do you call it? The cover photo, which I used to be able to do. Do y'all remember that? But this, I'm probably going to get a new camera, y'all, because what I used to do was, I would take a photo, just like everybody does. You take a photo of what you're doing, and then it says add thumbnail. That's what it's called, thumbnail, and that's the cover photo to the video. And it would, but now it won't. So I just, it picks, YouTube picks, which photo will be, and it just chooses a frame. It gives you 3 frames to choose, so sometimes I'll go back and I'll change it because of what they choose is just like awful. And I got so many boo-boos going, y'all. I know you see them. Some of them are underneath and some of them are up here. There's a boo-boo right there. I'm going to have to get that with a, definitely with a Q-tip. Or if you want to do non-name brand, that is a name brand, then it is what? Earbud is what they're called. Or cotton. Well, that's what they call them in the UK, I think. Or is a cotton, actually I think a cotton over there is a, what is that? A towel. I don't know if you're from the UK, tell me, what does it mean when, like I'll hear Amelia Liana say, I'm going to use cotton. Now I don't remember what it is. Okay, my bangs. I pushed my hair out of the way. This is why the real makeup artists that take all the time they do. Pin your hair back first. But I just push my hair back and then it falls while I'm talking to you. So sorry about that. And I am adding a second layer. And I'm doing the lower lashes as well. Trying to get just a little goo-goo on them. And then pull it back off. So it'll show up those little ends. I like the ends to show. Some people don't even do their lower lashes. I highlight my lower lashes. Especially when you have glasses. It's nice to have them show up in there. That's a little too much. It's a little goopy. There, I'm going off some of that volume. All volume is a buildup of product. So, my nose feels like it is itching like crazy, and I'm trying to think, what did I use that's different? I mean, it's itching like crazy. I would call it crazy nose. I'm having a crazy nose right now. Okay, so I don't have an earbud. So I'm just going to try to use my nail underneath a tissue, which is another way to do it, and a little bit of spit. Ooh, boy, I need it. Look at that. There's a lot of boo-boo going on. But the only thing is once you have it on here, you have to switch to the next place. That's why you like an earbud. Because otherwise you're just rubbing it in to the next place where you just took it off. I'm going to try that anyway. You know what always happens right here? Always. It's like these little lashes will not. Y'all, there is like a hair. Oh, it was a hair. It was an actual hair. That's why my nose was so irritated. Okay. Now, I've rubbed it into my nose so much. It's red. Oh well. Alright, so I think this is the end look. What do you think? I like it. I like Carli Bybel's palette. It is definitely, this burgundy with rust is definitely a good look for green-eyed people. And it's definitely a good look for the fact that I'm wearing so much red today, that it picks up the red out of the color. It's more of a red than a plum. I mean, it's a true red that's in this color. But just so you know, that is the darker color out here, and there is one more color out there that is more brown. So I really do think this is a good palette. I would recommend it, especially if you love, maybe I'll do a dusting, just a slight dusting of this gold. I think that would be more for a darker skinned person. We'll use this kind of rosy color. And always you can use the Cupid's bow and the top of the chin and the tip of the nose. And right up here. And then, of course, right here is where you put highlighter. What do you think? That's not too much for work, is it? I don't think so. I think it's okay. Yeah, if I was any more pronounced, people would be like, disco ball bath. Yeah, so you don't want to do that. Not for work. If you're going out to a disco, then you look like a disco ball, and that's what you get for going to discos, to look like a disco ball. Okay. Well, isn't that the idea? Okay, so anyway. Alright. That is all of the products that I used, and also obviously I have some favorites that I've been over in my favorites before, but I think I'm actually going to do that system where you can do a monthly auto update, and it's definitely going to be on my base because I never want to run out of this. It's definitely going to be in my lipstick because I don't want to run out of this. It definitely could be my IT Cosmetics gel eyeliner. And it definitely would be my DH liquid eyeliner. It definitely would be my Maybelline Pump Up Colossal. And I have to tell you, this did take over the position, I know it's going to blow everybody's mind, of my Chanel Inimitable, which I've talked about for at least 5 years or more. Have I been on YouTube that long? But anyway, this is more accessible, and it doesn't dry out as quick, and it comes through good enough. Not good enough. It comes through great. So that's my new favorite mascara. And then it would have to be the Rimmel Match Perfection Under Eye Concealer. It is creamy enough, but it's still thin that you can pat it on and smooth it out, and it doesn't look so wrinkledy. I wouldn't do this monthly because this lasts longer than that, but this is definitely my favorite all-time blush, which is the number 2 Rose Bronze from Chanel. Of my eyelash curlers, even though I have a Chanel one, a Charlotte Tilbury, I have so many name brand ones, but the love that I have for my CoverGirl, which is a name brand, but it's just it's a more affordable. You can get it at the drugstore or grocery store. CoverGirl eyelash curler, love it, and without an argument, hands down, my favorite brushes are Sigma Beauty brushes, and nothing beats them. I do like this IT Cosmetics foundation brush, but if I'd go get my F80 Flathead Kabuki from Sigma, it's just I need a nice, pretty dense, flat. I don't really like the dome, you know, buffing brushes as much. I know some people do. But the Sigma Flathead Kabuki is just as good as this. And actually this one, I love IT Cosmetics brushes, but these Luxe, what do they call, Velvet Luxe line, they're so dense that this is very hard to clean. Even though, hands down, the IT Cosmetics brush bath is the best brush cleanser that there is. I mean, there isn't one that's any better. I just got mascara on my thumb. Okay, you guys, so those are my favorites. That is a tutorial on the Carli Bybel BH Cosmetics palette that I hope you enjoyed and that I promised you. And so I hope you guys have a good day. I'm headed off to mine, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!